Hey, what's up everybody? How we doing? Coming to you from Epic Garage Design Studio. Check it out. This is a pretty cool drawing they got in the main office. And also, I want to thank my friends at EBC Brakes. EBC Brakes has been on board with the Cooksey Media mob for a long time. So check those guys out. When you get brake pads, get EBC. Get them for your car, truck, motorcycle, UTV, you name it. EBC has brakes for everything. They got rotors and clutches too. And don't forget, guys, Epic Garage Designs. They are doing giveaways like mad. Moto tracks. You can get the moto tracks set up for your garage. It's also portable. You can take it to the track, take it wherever you want, make your bike, your setup look so badass. But if you don't need the Epic tracks and you want to do a full garage, we can apply it towards that. Or if you want to do one of the aluminum slat walls, like nothing cleans up a garage or any room in your house like aluminum slat wall. You can change it, do whatever you want with it. It's so badass. But without further ado, let's get into this.
I'm in the empire business.
Everybody love everybody!
You all know exactly who I am.
Oh, we have one of my favorite topics today. The Deegans. Yes, the Deegans. I love talking about the Deegans. And I love that it's actually kind of nice that they don't like me because I don't have to extra try hard. Not that I would ever do it anyway, but try hard to not make them mad. I just call what I see. And I have a lot of kind words for Hayden today. Hayden rode at the Mini Olympics, which was last weekend. The kid dominated. He's a step above everybody, and call it the bike, call it whatever. But he's not the only guy on a good star bike. Daxton Bennick's also on that bike, and he still worked all of them. In the 450 class, Hayden went from 39th, like I think he was almost last in the first turn, charged all the way up past everybody. I mean, he was dominant and won. I mean, that was impressive. And to do it with a 250 in the 450 class? Wait. Yeah, I said 250 in the 450 class, which is allowed. Now, back in the day, 450s were a huge advantage because 250s were a little bit slow. Now, especially when you get a star 250, now you're talking about a bike that has almost as much horsepower as a 450, but it's way lighter. And that track in Florida got really chopped up, torn up. I think it's an advantage to be on a 250. And I don't understand, and this bothers me a little bit about amateur racing. I want to know if the kids can ride the big bike. I want to know, because there's a guy like Jordan Smith. Jordan Smith has been on 250s his whole career. When he did ride a 450, he looked awful. Same with Alex Martin. Some of these guys that just never can ride a 450. What I want to see from amateurs is I want to see, you give me a little taste of it before they turn pro. Let them ride 250s and let them ride a 450. I like that. Because then I know, okay, well, when we move this guy up after, like Hayden's the type of guy where he's going to win championships. And you can start, I mean, you can almost go 5 years out and start, well, when do we transition to him 450? But since I've never seen him on a 450, is he going to be a bust? Is he going to be a guy? I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. But I do like to see that. And I also don't think it's fair to some of the guys that ride a 450 against a 250 on this track. I just don't. I think you should force these guys to ride the bigger, heavier bike. It gives me more of an idea of what we're dealing with as a rider. The smaller guys lose their advantage, unlike they have on the 250s. And then the bigger guys kind of have an advantage on the 450 because they can manhandle it, where the 250s, the little guys, they can manhandle that, but they get manhandled by the 450. So I want to see, I think we've hit the point, and it's not beyond the AMA to do this. They used to do this in Supermoto because when you rode an unlimited bike, the 450s were actually faster. I had a 575 KTM riding in the unlimited class. I was torn down to make sure it wasn't a 450. True story, happened. I personally was a bigger guy. I wanted all the CCs I can get, but some of the guys like the more maneuverability of the 450 in Supermoto. Same thing with this in the 250 and the 450, except for they're absolutely allowing it. But what I'm saying by saying that they didn't allow it in Supermoto was it's not unprecedented to check for smaller CCs. I think it matters. I genuinely think it's something that they ought to start doing. They ought to start requiring 450s in the 450 class so we can see how the guys handle the bigger, heavier bikes until they change the max displacement. At that point, let's go away. But I would like to see that. And the other interesting thing I really saw at Mini Olympics is Daxton Bennick. What the hell are you doing? Why are you on Star Yamaha? And I understand this is not new news. It's been out for a little while. You guys say, oh yeah, it's been like that. But it's the first time I really got to see him in action. And this is the dumbest career move he could have possibly done. Like, what were you thinking? Yes, the whole monkey see, monkey do. Oh, let's say these guys look fast on that bike, so I better get on that bike. No, 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 no. You could have stayed with KTM. You could have gone somewhere else. Everyone and their brother's on a Yamaha right now. You got Evan Ferry, you got all these, everyone's on a Yamaha. So why would you want to be the same? You want to be the outlier. You want to be the one getting attention. And he was so good on the KTM. Yeah, the KTM's got issues, blah, blah, blah. They're not going to affect him at this level. Not for a little while. And they'll probably have those figured out, and the KTM will probably be the premier bike again by the time he's back, by the time he goes pro. So that alone is just not, it's just a stupid idea. What I think it is I think it's the Deegans. The Deegans have brought them in. What's that old saying? Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Well, Daxton Bennick is the only kid I see right now who's absolutely talented enough to take the shine off of Hayden Deegan, to be, you know, his Villapoto and Dungey. He's the guy, and I'm sure the Deegans have noticed this, so they bring him in and, hey, you can be good, just not quite as good as Hayden. But where he's at KTM, I think that you pit them against each other and you bring that rivalry up naturally. Do they have to hate each other? No, but they have to have a rivalry, and they make each other better, and I think it's better for the sport. It truly is. So I just don't know what they're doing on the Star Yamaha. I think it's a stupid, stupid move. Daxton Bennick, why did you guys do this? Now you're just a Deegan bitch. You're just one more person who bows down to the Deegan Mafia. I think it's definitely going to affect his career. I'm sure it affected the long-term relationship with KTM. Although, let's be real, these factories, when they forget all that. It's all about if you're good. If you're good, they'll forget anything and they'll forgive, and you can mend that relationship. But it will never be the pioneer kid they brought up. It's just different. Should have stayed over there and waited and saved. Now that's one less manufacturer. Say he comes in and kind of struggles a bit his first year. Well, he's not going to be looking to go to KTM if Yamaha kicks him to the curb, because they're going to be like, nah, you bounced on us as an amateur. We're not going to let you go. I think it's a stupid move, and I think it's a stupid career move. And hey, I'll say this. Good for the general, good for Hayden Deegan. I love it. You guys are already strategizing how to keep your competition out without keeping your competition out. So, hey guys, if you want to get in shape, hit up CompleteRacingSolutions.com. My buddy, Coach Rob over there, he's got programs for everybody. He'll get you in shape. He's absolutely got everything you need over there. He does it scientifically. He's got programs for vet riders, kids. He makes sure he doesn't burn you out. And also, guys, if you need some supplements, hit up Steel City Men's Clinic. What they do over there is Bo, Dr. Donaldson, Tracy, and the crew, they will figure out what you need. They'll run your blood work or get your blood work tested and figure out what supplements you need, and they've got everything. They've helped me recover my leg from knee replacement surgery, and the biggest part about that knee replacement surgery, it was brutal, is like my leg got longer because it was so smashed for so long with no meniscus. So I've added a 1/4 inch, and it actually stretched out my muscle. So it's been hard adding muscle to that leg and balancing it out. But the supplements they've gave me has absolutely helped me kind of speed up that process. I'm probably about 6 months ahead of where I should be, thanks to the Steel City Men's Clinic. So anyway, guys, remember, subscribe and keep this thing growing.